Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld episode 390, the episode that was supposed to be out Friday. Didn't realize I'm getting low on bacon, I'm already at 18 strips left. But anyways, we have some more traveling to do and I don't know if I'm going the right way actually. Is that negative Z? Yep, alright, cool. I was right. I was indeed facing the direction I wanted to be. Yeah, we have some more traveling to do, and I have some more cereal to finish, since it ended up taking longer than I thought. Anyways, so we're going to be continuing to move on around... Hold on. I want to investigate an anomaly real fast. Where did the trees go? Why is it just the vines? Oh, sorry. Hold on. Dippity hoppity, this lily pad is not my property. I don't get it. Why would it remove the trees but not the vines? This is so bizarre to me. I don't know what happened, and I've never done something like this before with world stuff, but yeah, the vines got to live, but the trees were demolished. That's just so weird to me. It's so weird. I have no idea. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna keep on rowing. You can see where the logs used to be because now there's just a gap there. This whole area is a total mess between the missing clay and all of that. Anyways, howdy Zeb, welcome back. I shall now continue eating as I hopefully make it back to the other swamp we're supposed to be at, where my portal is. Nom nom. Is tomorrow going to be a special day because we're expecting another Minecraft snapshot? Minecraft April Fool's version? Howdy Vin, welcome back to the stream and stuff. I'm eating cereal because I didn't finish breakfast in time. Alrighty, y'all. Looks like we made it to the portal. I'm gonna roll on up here. That's the goods I don't need. Wow, looks like I cleaned this out at one point. I don't remember it being this empty. Alright, and now we're gonna row in silence in the nether as I continue to eat cereal. I don't know when, but we'll also need to expand the ice highway up here now that I have that new portal. Okay, that was taking a long time. I was concerned that there was a bug. I was concerned about a dimension switching bug or something. Maybe this is when the loading problems started happening. 1.14's biggest problem when it comes to performance was, I believe, traveling long distances, chunk loading, dimension switching, that sort of stuff. Not just overall frame rate. Although it feels like the stability, feels it like it's more consistent than 1.13. I'm going the wrong way. This is where we go. We're going home, y'all. And alas, the cereal has been consumed. Hooray. Y'all now get to hear me talk more. At least y'all didn't hear me nom 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 and all of my cereal. Let's see, what are we at? Yes, YouTube, I know I'm live. Alright, well anyways, we have to update the block museum first, and then I'm gonna start looking into the armor, since I'd rather get the armor stuff out of the way first. And so, we'll see. So once the block museum updated, it'll be armor, then after that, I think I had a plan. There's something else I wanted to work on. What was it? Can't remember. This is what happens when you don't play for 2 days. Because you end up playing other Minecraft. I've been playing a lot more beta 1.8. Not just my single player world. Oh, I heard that. Heard the ghast. Thankfully, I haven't seen a single ghast up here ever since I added the slabs. So it looks like I unintentionally also created ghast prevention. Because I've only seen pigment and baby pigment spawn. Like that one. So I guess, hooray, I did it right. I think it's still a space thing. I don't know how much open space ghasts require, but I'm pretty sure that's why I haven't seen them. I did not Tokyo drift into that. That was a big oops. Now that I had more water, I'm for sure ready to go. And howdy Koski, welcome back. Lock museum time. We'll be going straight there, assuming it's not nighttime. Well, looks like it is nighttime, as I'm pretty sure that's the largest Zella moon that has risen. We'll find out tomorrow night. Yeah, why does my hand stick up when I'm in bed? I don't know if that's a model thing or if that's just a me thing. Howdy, Ian. I don't have to think about whatever the April Fool's snapshot's going to be. I could just wait 24 hours for it. Are you that impatient? It's tomorrow. Oh wait, hold on, I gotta sprint. Consume the bacon. Alright, so let's see. How much of this stuff can I place down now? I think I can only do the bell. I don't have any dirt. All of this has to be placed on dirt or grass. Today is the 31st. Were you thinking today was not the 31st? It's the 31st for most of the world. Well, every hour less of the world. Oh, the stone. Why'd the stone have to be there? Hold on. I need a place where I can dig dirt where there's not going to be stone underneath. It's 4, right? Bamboo, corn, flower, lily of the valley, sweet berries. I'll need to stop the bamboo from growing. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'll just let the bamboo do whatever it wants. Oh wait, hold on. If I had string... Hold on. Just kidding about the block museum. I think I'll grab some string, try to prevent the bamboo from growing. Tomorrow is the 32nd. I heard someone once talk about March 33rd. Oh, that's right, that's where my ladder is. I was wondering why I had a hole here. I need to put a trapdoor on that. Maybe I'll do that now. Alright, let's think. So what can I toss? Sad times. I have to wait a little bit longer for that. I don't think anything goes over here. I was planning on grabbing another set of obsidian to build another portal, but I ended up not needing it. Oh yeah, the coal. The coal and the redstone. Howdy, potato as well. Welcome back. If you're looking forward to it, does that mean it didn't happen? Nah, I saw people talking all about, what was it? Tomodachi life? Something like that. Surely it's already happened in the past. Howdy, Hunter. Why would you prefer dry cereal? There's only a couple types of cereal I'm cool with having dry. Most other cereal I prefer within milk. Another one this Wednesday. Oh, I see. Why didn't they... Never mind, I'm not going to question. Alright, I need... Huzzah, look at all those rubies I'm getting. Oh, I should put the diamonds away. I don't know where diamond horse armor goes. I have items over here, but I'm pretty sure this is an item that goes up in the 3rd warehouse. Oh, I do still have 2 name tags. I thought I used them already. Alright, so for the shears, I'm gonna toss all 3 of those pairs and then grab a fresh one. A fresh pair. But oops. Oops, I was supposed to take these iron swords back to me, or back to the end with me. Oh yeah, the chests. I have a chest. Eventually I'll use those. I was saying before how expensive chests were, and as I was recently working on a storage system on another world that required 12 double chests. Chests are rather expensive. Oh yeah, I can move the boat out of the hot bar. The October Revolution actually happened in November. Interesting. Let's see if I can find my horse armor chest. Pretty sure I have one. Oh, I do. Hooray! Isn't diamond horse armor supposed to be the rarest? Why do I have 3 compared to one of the other 2? Something doesn't seem right. You know, I can't even remember if I ever tamed a horse on this world. Oops, that's are supposed to go away. Well, while I'm here, now I have 2 Hearts of the Sea. Oh, they stack? Oh, I bet they stack because they know players are gonna keep finding them and then not find the Nautilus shells. What is it you do not get? Alright, so swords go away. Diamonds, maps. I need to find that other treasure map. I'll need to see what it was looking like. There's a time where you could craft horse armor, and that was only a few snapshots, I think. Something like that. Or 1 snapshot, I can't remember. It was a long while ago. Yeah, I don't know. Minecraft does what Minecraft does. And why do these all keep resetting? This the one I did? Okay, so that map is done. That map is done. What about this one? This is the map I haven't done yet. Oh, I was. Look, you can see the little bit of blue on the bottom right. So I was close to this area, I just didn't go to it. Okay, so I'll leave that one on this side, so that way I know. So this way I know this one's already completed. Or not completed. Oh, in fact, hold on. Why don't I just toss the completed ones up here? There we go. Alright, now I can put everything away. I'll just need to grab a string and then we should be good to head down. Did you say creditable? Hold on, wait, let me guess. Autocorrect, am I right? There you go. Because I read that sentence trying to figure out what it meant. And then I read it again and I realized, oh. Are guests really a easier form of travel though? Is it worth it? I don't know how common they spawn in another. The little dried guests. So who knows? Oh wait, the swords. I don't need these either. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix all these one day. But yeah, next time I go back to the end, I need to take these swords with me since I don't need them here. Alright, I think I'm all set. I don't know where I'll have this one bell because I kind of want to use it somewhere. Oh, I didn't fix the paintings yet. I need to update the resource pack. I made all the changes I wanted, mostly. I need to fix the, or I should say finish the title screen. I wanted a brand new logo. And so that one's not done yet. But otherwise, the rest of the 1.14 changes have been applied other than fixing the villagers and zombie villagers. But painting, sounds, bunch of redundant textures that aren't used anymore or renamed, all that's been fixed. Oh, that's right, they are craft and also found. I missed the point of that. I was off thinking some other thing. But yeah, if they are craftable, and they can be found. I feel like we're on servers, we're gonna end up with an overpopulation of friendly guests. You know, we're not gonna go down there. I'm gonna ignore the zombie. And it's howdy y'all, welcome back. I don't know if they can be automated in terms of spawning them. Alright, so what we'll do, let me just make sure. Aha! Ding! Why does that make the anvil sound? Am I crazy or is it... Hold on, do I not hear it? Okay, no, never mind, it was quiet. I just had to turn my sound up. Alright, anyways, oops. Hold on. I thought you don't take damage from walking on campfires. Maybe that's the whole parity difference, and it's not on Bedrock you don't take damage. Anyways... Yeah, I realized the placement sounded like the anvil. I'm not sure about the... Oops. Not sure about the ringing thing. You do take damage on Bedrock? I thought there was a difference, that you take damage on one but not the other. Maybe I've been misguided in my ways. I don't know. I don't know either. Okay, you know what? Here, we're gonna let you grow up one more. Oops. There you go. Alright. Grow no mo. Oh, sets things on fire. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. And it's not the damage, it's the setting on fire. That's probably what I was thinking of then. Alright, there we go. Now we're all caught up, 1.14. And I'm pretty sure all the empty block spaces has been filled in. I think it was just the one, and I wanted to save that for the bell. Because everything lined up neater. Well, I guess I'd still have that empty space in the back. Alright, that's okay. No damage on stone cutters. I remember walking over it back when I was working at the outpost. The outpost feels so long away. It was only 2 days ago. Feel like you should take damage if you take damage from the campfire. It is a spinning saw blade, but I don't know. I haven't done it yet, but I am considering changing the saw blade model, the stone cutter model, to the pocket edition one. I just haven't done it yet. It'd be rather easy. I just need to tell the model, say, hey, it's a full block now, and then grab all the textures. The only thing is, if I do that, the hitbox is still only going to be half a block tall, or 0.625, however tall the stone cutter is. But that's alright, at least the visuals will be stone cutter. I'm getting really low on food. It has occurred to me how much I'm missing. Hey, know what we should do real fast? I don't think I'll have any iron golems around here, right? Probably. I'm gonna plant a couple of these. There we go. Not too many. They hurt. But, now that's taken care of. I can change the model now. 1.8 added custom block models. I just can't change the hitbox for it. I don't care if they're different. I'll still embrace Pocket Edition. It would make logical sense that you can't change the hitbox, because then how are you going to deal with the discrepancy between client and multiplayer hitboxes? I'm pretty sure that's why you can't change physical hitboxes. Do I not have any of the 1.7 flowers? Oh, here they are. Never mind. Guess I'll be here. How about I move these up? Then sweet berries are gonna be their own thing. Same thing with bamboo. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I forgot. One more block. One more block. Hold on. Here, how about... Here, I think I'm gonna need some string, because just kidding, I'm not fully updated yet for 1.14. I just don't exactly remember the recipe. In fact, here, hold on. How about I, like, try it first? Okay, that is not it. Oh my gosh, that's the brown dye texture? I don't know if I've seen it in such a long time. Why does the stick texture show 2? Well, anyways, we're here to make scaffolding. Oh, I was close. It was 6 instead of 4. Probably should have tried that. Boop. There we go. Alright, now we can go update the block museum. And then we'll be all set. You know, I kind of miss the speed beacon. Maybe I should take the time go wither hunting again. Later, perhaps. I don't even know how much faster Speed 2 gives. Speed 2, right? Yep. I don't know how much faster Speed 2 gives, but it's the field of view difference. The field of view difference makes it feel like you're going faster, even if you're not actually going faster. There was a game, I can't remember. There was a game that, for the most part, when you sprinted, only the field of view would change. And your player speed was either not changed at all or ever so slightly faster. But it just made it feel like you were going faster. I think I've talked before, video games are a whole lot of magic. It's a whole lot of trickery. You gotta make the player believe. Hello. Yeah. I hear him burning. Oh, not anymore. Alright, let's go put the rest of this stuff away. And then I'll be all set. I need to look back, because I really don't remember what I used to have there. In fact, hold on, let me write that down real fast. Because I can't remember what I used to put next to the redstone lamp. Well, in fact, am I missing stuff up here as well? I'm missing multiple items. Wait, what happened? Was this where the creeper... Oh, wait, hold on. Never mind, it's tripwire. Okay, if that's tripwire, what used to go here? This was looking like the 1.2, 1.3 era. We're gonna have to figure this out later. Alright, so it is... And an oink. I could look at 1.12 footage, or just open up an old version of the world with MC Edit, see what it had. And back to work we go. Shouldn't have been anything weird. Most of that stuff I tried to avoid because I know it would just get deleted. Oh yeah, trapdoor. Before I forget. Again. I shall hold on to it within my mind. That was a big server lag spike. I'll grab a trapdoor. place it down, and then we'll head up into the warehouse and assign new chests for the rest of this stuff. I just need to know where I put the trapdoors. I don't know why I have so many, but I'll take it. There may come a day where I need all these trapdoors. I feel like this was one of the items I gave myself a bunch of in 11W49A. Just because it takes 6 planks to craft 2 of them. I still think that doesn't make sense because you take 6 planks and you make 3 doors. Sure, doors are rather thin, but whatever. But you take the same amount of planks and you only get 2 trapdoors. And on top of that, the trapdoor only takes up a 1 block space, whereas doors take up 2 blocks. I feel like the trapdoor recipe should be updated. If we want to compare it with doors, it should give you 6. But whatever. I've said before plenty of times how Minecraft recipes are inconsistent. Alright, so let's think. I'm gonna consider... I'll probably say all of these are blocks. In fact, I could just take up that entire fresh row. Does this have anything? Okay, so all the coral goes here. I'll just do it here. Red circular spot right above my knee. I don't think I look at my knees often enough to know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, the oak sign texture also fixed that as well. I don't like this texture partly because the text looks so pale. Anyways, we're looking at... What's the logical progression for this? Scaffolding, bamboo, sweet berries, bell. I think I spelled that right. Scaffolding, bamboo, sweet berries, bell. And then on this side, oh wait, hold up. I did this backward because I need to go in reverse order. Alright, question. We don't get any of the bamboo planks until 1.19, right? It's later down the line that you can make bamboo wood and stuff. Stairs, slabs. I know the raft as well, but I think the raft might have been after. Unless it was the same time. Oh my gosh, look at all those mob drops. I should do something with this. The bamboo stuff was 1.20, not 1.19. That's even farther away. Oh well. How many uses did bamboo have before then? You've got scaffolding. You've got the forest. You've got pandas. What else was bamboo used for in 1.19 and earlier? Come on, Zellamoon, I believe in you. I'm trying to sleep here. Huzzah! In my little sleeping bag. That feels more like a sleeping bag now. Alright, put the trapdoor down. Block Museum's fully updated for 1.14, hopefully. There's also... I think that might be it. I think it might be time to move on to the next stuff, which I can't remember what that was. Oh, wait, hold on. Here, we're gonna grab packed ice and go back to the nether. And in fact, we're also gonna fix that one spot. In fact, let me see. Oh, I need food. Hold up, let me grab more. There I go, take another half a stack. When was the chest boat added? Was the chest boat also 1.20? Here, let me see how much pack dice I have before I grab new stuff. I do not have a lot of pack dice. This is only gonna get me, yeah, about 128 blocks. Plus 18, 136. Do I really need to go get more? We might have to visit the end real fast before we go all the way to the ice spikes. Decisions, order of operations. What needs to be done first? How about we just grab cobblestone right now? In fact, hold on here. I'll take a couple shulker boxes of cobblestone. There we go. So what this will do is this will allow us to at least build the edges of the ice highway first. Is there anything else I need? I don't think so. So we're going back to the end. And we'll keep expanding. In fact, hold on. I'll feel better if I just brought all the shulker boxes of cobblestone. Because I feel like it's got to be farther, and I don't want to do the math to know how much more I need to place down from where it's currently off at. But the portal is right around 8,000, I believe. In fact, it should be at exactly 8,000 on the z-axis. And I ended off somewhere around 7,200. Which means I'll have about 800 blocks forward to travel. Multiply that by 2, because I have 2 different cobblestone lines to expand. Howdy, Pigman. Yeah, if you come into the Nether at a good time, speed lasts you a while. Lasts you a while to get to where you need to be. Alright, away we go. So if we're currently at X negative 40, I should be safe to just start building forward, because that means it's only about 40 blocks. The portal's only about 40 blocks from here. That'll be alright. Oops. Let's keep drifting on the right side. No, okay. Yeah, these boats can never point exactly where you want them to be here on ice. I want to aim as forward as possible based on how the movement I expect to work. Chest boats were 1.19. Alright, so they were right before. I guess that makes sense because the bamboo raft also had the chest variant. I feel like 2-seater minecarts was another item, another thing I'd want as part of the transportation update or minecart update or whatever. We already have 2-seater boats. Why can't we have 2-seater minecarts? Howdy, Henry. Welcome back. In fact, we could also have the double chest minecarts. Or imagine every minecart that currently has a block in it, you can also ride in. You know how nice it would be if you can have a furnace minecart, but you can also sit within the minecart itself. Hello, Enderman. Wasn't expecting to see y'all here. I feel like that would make furnace minecart slightly more useful, other than the fact that it's not a furnace minecart, it's a double furnace minecart. Then it really would be like a steam locomotive if you just sit behind it, keep putting full inside. Putting the coal. I would just need to make sure that the furnace portion is always forward. Oh, you know what? I should have brought the one pack dice because I knew I was missing one. I should have brought it anyway. Oopsies. I didn't mean to press that button. What was that? F3 and W? I don't know what the chunk reload button is. I don't know if I said howdy Henry, but I know I said it in my head at least. Yeah, where are we at? We're almost there. About 500 blocks. See, sometimes I say something, and then I go off talking about whatever it was I was talking. And then I think back, and I can't remember if I said it. Alright, end of the line. So says the, what's his name in Half-Life 2. What I'll probably do is first clean this out. Excuse me. Beep beep. I'm a sheep. If you'd kindly dispose of me properly, thank you. Hey, what's the problem? Hold on, why can I not interact with the boat? Hold up. We're gonna reload real fast. Do. There we go. The boat was facing a different way. I guess the position didn't correctly update. Alright, so what we could do is huzzah! Oh wait, hold up. So forward, oopsies. Oh wait, F4 doesn't do anything. So it looks like we're at 73, not 72. That just means we have even farther to travel. Because all we'll need to do is get up to 8,000 and then look over, and that'll be where the portal's at. You know, I miss the Infinicobble. I remember the 2 or 3 times I got to enjoy the Infinicobble, because this would be a great time for that. I might have overdone it on the cobblestone. I really don't know how much I'm going to end up using. That's okay. Maximize the amount of storage space I had in my inventory by taking only the shulker boxes. Don't see the portal yet. Look at all this bedrock. I don't see any mushrooms up here, so I wonder if some of this was loaded before in the, Oh no, I guess there are mushrooms there. Yeah, no, never mind. The mushroom patches are just not as common as I thought they were. I was gonna say, I wonder if some of this nether was loaded in beta 1.7, but it would appear not. I kind of want to go back and look at my last regular beta 1.7 world, the copy of it. I want to know just how little nether there was. How far did I travel at that time? I didn't even prepare my nether portal for the beta 1.8 area. The last portal I had was in beta 1.2. That little setup I had going on over there. I feel like if I were to look at the nether, it'd be really small compared to what we have these days. Especially since I'm way over here, getting close to 8,000. I probably should have placed more nether skylights, but I didn't want to do any sort of calculation in the future for figuring out where those portals would end off in the future. Oh, there it is. Went right past it. And howdy. What we're currently up to is we're expanding the ice highway. In fact, here, maybe I'll go just a little bit farther. I think I'll deal with the minecart track on this side. If I have the minecart track on the front... Hold on. This needs to be fixed. Alright, I feel better now. So if I have it on the front, I'll say 1, 2, 3. Put the wall there. And so then I'll have the endpoint be maybe there. No, maybe it's only 2. Well, anyways, I just have to connect this. Maybe I won't need nearly as much ice as I'm thinking. Probably do the math. Calculate the z distance. Divide that by 64 to figure out how many stacks I'll need. If it's not too many, maybe I'll pick up the ice. Oops, wait, hold up, this isn't right. It's supposed to be 2 blocks, not 3. Good thing I caught that now. Yeah, if it's not too much ice, maybe what I'll do is I'll pick it up before I return back. Because I'll need to go home and get a bunch of slabs. Since I think I still have a fair amount of them. That way I'm not going to waste the cobblestone I have out here, making even more slabs. I have no idea if this is going to be the last portal we need to connect here in... whatchamacallit. This is the last portal we'll need to collect or connect within part 4, but at least this one will last us a while. 8,000 blocks. Rather short, but seeing as that's 64,000 overworld blocks, it's quite a distance, I say. I'll also need to figure out again the trick to connecting overworld portals with nether portals on the roof. Because I'm pretty sure there's some sort of there's some sort of anti-roof portal system in place. I'll figure that out later. It could also be version specific. Has it really been almost 50 minutes? Feels shorter than that. Today's going by Zoom. I don't even know what I've done. I started out with exploration. That's not really true. I started out with trying to get back home after I finished exploration. Updated the block museum, and now we're here. Oh, I see that pigman. That's what I'm trying to prevent. I just realized, you know what's going to be nice? I now have this shulker box completely empty. Well, almost. I'm going to put some of this cobblestone back. But I now have the shulker box completely empty. I can use that for storage space for the... whatchamacallit, for the packed ice that we're going to be picking up. I just need to remember what portal we're supposed to be at. In fact, hold on, let me look that up real fast, because I really don't remember which one. Calculator died. Time to charge it. Or replace the batteries. I don't know what type of calculator you have. The one I had in school, what was it, the TU-84C or something like that. The one I had in school used Used a charger. Not near an outlet? It baffles me some people don't have outlets nearby. Okay, so that's the Mushy Island. Okay, so it's the next portal. Oh wait, hold on, I'm already at the portal. Yeah, it really is from here, straight diagonal. Well, I guess diagonal's not straight. It's a straight line, but going in the diagonal direction. The phone probably has, or is probably does not have functions that a proper graphing calculator would need. That's right, can't put shulker boxes in other shulker boxes. Away we go. Your laptop has a calculator. Proper graphing calculator. I don't know if Windows 11 calculator is good enough. Why would you use it on your laptop and not your phone then? I feel like they would be of similar design. Toss all that. Alright, back to work. Howdy again, Minty. Your favorite YouTuber is indeed live. I can't remember if I had an ender chest over there. We're gonna borrow this one. I'll just need to remember to put it back. Physics, not geometry. Will you not need any graphing calculator functions? Last time I took physics, I think I took physics. Pretty sure I took physics in high school. Geometry was 9th grade. Physics was science, though, not math. Because I had other maths. I can't remember what year I took it, either 10th or 11th. I don't think I took a science 12th grade. I could have taken anatomy, but I didn't want anatomy. You can use a graphing calculator in this class. It's allowed, but why just why? I greatly appreciated my graphing calculator. I don't think it holds a charge anymore. I've had it for over 10 years at this point. But like, it feels nice and it's fun to use. There's a program on there where you can make shapes and stuff. And what is wrong with these chunks? Come on, I'm getting flashbacks to 1.9. Yeah, there was an app on there. I can't remember what it was supposed to be used for, but you could use it to like draw lines, have curves and whatnot, and not without proper functions. It was you put a point and then you can have the points connect, kind of like connect the dots. And I would use that to make drawings on there. And I'm pretty sure I backed up several of those drawings because I realized that if the calculator dies, you lose it because that's not saved into long-term memory or whatever. But anyways, I have several drawings I made in class that I made on the calculator. One of them was a pizza. I took a picture of that pizza I made a long time ago, and I want to say it's on either Instagram or Twitter. Maybe both. Yeah, I think it was the TI-84 color. I can't remember. I was drawing on the calculator because I had not much other better things to do in class during those times. Trying to think, what else did I do on there? That was fun. I can't remember. I mostly just remember drawing. Animating lines does indeed sound fun. Oh, that sounds cool. Choo choo. Steam trains are fun. Trains are fun overall, but steam locomotives are especially fun. I see the ice spikes. I can't remember if I could animate anything on there. If the little app I use for drawing, if I could have animations on there. I don't think I ever used that portion. Most of it was just static images. It'd be cool if I can find like an emulated version of the calculator and see if I could load up my old drawings that I have. Because after losing the first couple I made, when the calculator died and it turned off and lost the stuff, that's when I decided, you know, before it dies, I'm gonna back up all my other drawings. I can't remember what I made. The pizza was the only one I specifically remember. Well, I made 10 or 15. Oh, I don't think I could Halo reach that one. Alright, kind of my fault. You know, I think I understand now why I left this spike. Why I haven't used it or tried to dig it up yet. Oh, it keeps going! How tall was this? Watch me find like a single block of dirt up here. That would explain why it's so absurdly tall. I don't know how tall these can naturally be, but I know when they generate on blocks, they tend to go down as well. Alright, no dirt. I don't remember if I needed special software, but I do remember plugging it into the computer and exporting the drawings on there. Ooh! It's gonna be a massive hassle if there are any floating blocks after this. Fact here, we're gonna be smart before it becomes a massive hassle. Let me verify. Alright, cool. No floating blocks. Because what's worse than needing to dig up this entire ice spike was needing to go back up there for a block that I thought I picked up. It's kind of funny. I don't know why. Oh, that's not entirely true. I have a theory. A game theory, you would even say, as to why I have a lot of overseas people watching my stuff and not a lot of Americans. It's because I stream during regular daytime hours, and so if you are a standard member of society, you most likely have work or school. I have neither, so therefore, I take standard daytime hours, while Americans over here are still out doing that stuff. If you dream about living in an ice spikes biome, depending on how badly you want it, why not just find a seed that spawns you right next to one? Maybe you'll get lucky on one of the worlds you currently have. This one. This is the one where I need two. Huzzah! I don't think I would ever live in ice spikes biomes for a reason of I can't see myself often living in snowy areas. Unless if I had a dedicated alpha world. That was a snow biome, 1.0 or 1.1. But other than that, I don't know. This is not the type of landscape I would want to step out the front door and see every time. In regards to 100 unused worlds, there is something I wanted to try, but I never got around to it. There's something I want to try in terms of, I wanted to take a bunch of my old worlds, a bunch of small ones that I didn't do a lot of progress on, and import all the chunks into one singular world. Probably not bring the entire world over, but like designated areas of a specific size, copy all that over, import it into one big world. So that way I could have all my progress, all the little progress add up. Only ever had 3 worlds. I've lost count of how many worlds I have. I could probably just search level.dat and that would give me an estimate. There's also multiplayer servers, those worlds, but I don't have those. Except for a couple. I should say the ones I didn't host myself. Up. My time is here. It's gonna be time to catch some Z's rather quickly. We're also about the halfway mark of the stream. Yeah, hopefully the amount of packed ice I picked up here will also help fund whatever next thing I need to do. Since I'm pretty sure I'll have plenty of packed ice for the highway. Probably. I'll have plenty of packed ice for the highway. And so hopefully I'll also have enough for whatever next project. Testing 288 crashes when using fill and replace. That's unfortunate. I can't remember if I made mention of that in any of my guide videos. I made those so long ago at this point, I kind of forgot. They still hold up well though, I will say. Other than the in-dev stuff, but that's just because in-dev's complicated, and so I'm sure there's no information about in-dev and whatnot. I still haven't made a couple additional entries on there though. One does not simply update a video. I can update the written guides, but I'm not going to publish an entire brand new video to add 2 lines of dialogue. That's not true, it's monologue, it's a tutorial. I'm not talking to anyone. Well, that's not true. I am talking to people, they just don't respond. It's hard to tell what MC edit problems are universal and are people specific. I'll need to see if I have the same problem. That's also why Stable 29 is there. Testing 288 is a better version of MC edit, but Stable 29 is still provided, as it's similar enough. 242 folders in your saves folder? How can you keep all your worlds in one folder? Oh, that is miserable. I can't do that. I have too many different versions I play. Stable 29 I don't like for the Windows problem. I can't maximize it without the mouse cursor being offset. Oops, hold up, let me throw this back down. I don't think it'll be too many more ice spikes that we demolish. We're getting close here. Getting close to the end of being full. Oh wait, you know what? Hold on. Let me lay down the ender chest as well. Aha! In fact, here, I'll toss all of that. In fact, maybe I'll take the cobblestone as well. There we go, now I can stuff even more packed ice in here. Okay, that's Silk Touch, just making sure. Oops. Well, you said that you only ever had 3 worlds. I was saying you had quite a few in the main folder. All of my old stuff before I started separating my Minecrafts ended up being in one saves folder, which was good for any version in beta 1.3 and later. But if I was playing beta 1.2 and earlier, I'd have to look at the world and try to remember what version it was supposed to be. You know what I should have done? I didn't think about it, but you know what I should have done? Should have left a text document inside every world folder using the alpha format saying what version this was supposed to be. Maybe I should do that, because if I ever, die unexpectedly, people are going to look at the Minecraft worlds and not know what version they're supposed to be if they were before beta 1.3. Copies of the same world. Oh, I see. I'm pretty sure it's only world generation where water is placed below 65. Sea level and lower, I should say. Oop, can I Halo reach? I wonder if they finally fixed block dropping, because I don't know, but I'm not currently encountering any invisible blocks. I wonder if they finally fixed that. It'd be really cool if they did. I don't know if that was fixed in 1.13 or 1.14 though. Or just see if I'm going crazy. No, I'm not seeing any floating blocks. Maybe that's finally fixed. That'd make me happy, because that was super annoying, trying to demolish entire ice spikes and then I'd get stuck on one I couldn't see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure whatever happened, something with how the world was loaded itself. I'm not at all surprised that Notch would have reused same terrain generation with only modifications. I almost wonder then if the far lands between the Nether and End would be identical. That means I have a question about the Nether far lands then. I'm gonna have to see whether or not it has the end gap that the End does. If you manage to recreate Amplified and Nether, why not give it a 256 heights limit to boot? Take advantage of being amplified. Nope, I didn't realize I'm already halfway through the pickaxe. That's okay. I'll have plenty of packed ice after this. Until I want to put down another ice highway somewhere, in which case I'm gonna need more. But for now, at least. No, I didn't realize all this ice digging was making me hungry. Well, if I'm not sprinting anywhere, we can wait to eat. Yeah, maybe they did finally fix the server latency problem for some of those blocks reappearing. It'd be cool if that was a multiplayer fix that people kept complaining about. And so, hooray, me and single player got to take advantage of it. Omen is super useful, but I don't use it all too often. I still have a plan for an in-dev world I want to make. A super fancy in-dev world. I should say, a particular challenge in-dev world. I just haven't gotten to it. I think I have one already made, but it ended up being too large, so I'll have to cut out a bunch of the world. Make it smaller, and then go from there. We'll see. I'll need to make sure I strategically... Well, you know what, hold on. Maybe I won't have to. I think I have a plan. I think I know how. If I want to make an in-dev world smaller, I would have to first tell the world that it's smaller, and then reduce the block array. Alright, let me drop all this down. This one's full, right? Oh, nope, it's not full. Now it is. Alright, so that shulker box has plenty of ice. Now the ender chest has plenty of ice. Although, I won't be... Well, it's going down already. I will not be taking the ender chest with me. I only wanted it to have extra packed ice to take home. If you're saying you never had the poofy tree problem happen to you, it's probably because you weren't like me and you did not load up the entirety of your old chunks. Or you did properly load up the entirety of your old chunks. Because there was about a third of my old world on here that ended up being coated in poofy trees because I didn't load it before 4.13. My fault, but that's okay. Just meant I got to enjoy the forest fire even more. Nom 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 nom. Hope y'all like the sound of ice. Even though I'm pretty sure this is the same sound as glass. Does modern day ice use a different sound? Sounds have changed quite a bit as the years have passed, so I don't know if it has a different sound anymore. Doors, fences, trapdoors, that sort of stuff. Alright, well now that Zelamuna's risen, we'll catch some Z's. Eyes turn red, you can go to bed. And awakeness, Kurt J. Mack used to say. I want to say he started his Flobathon, I just haven't hopped back on yet. I'll need to keep an eye out for that. Alright, now the ender chest is full. So the last thing we're doing here, with both of these filled up, is we need to grab as much ice to fill up the rest of our inventory. And then that will be that. Good timing too. This pickaxe is running low. Relatively, I should say, compared to how much it can use. I just realized this is probably the world where I've dug up the most amount of packed ice on. Oh, in fact, I'm gonna remember, hopefully, once I'm done and my inventory's full, I need to check the statistic. I want to know just how much packed... Oh, wait, hold on. Didn't it reset? No, if 1.7 was the last reset, I wouldn't have gotten any packed ice before 1.7. The fridge has died. We have a temporary cold space. If all goes to plan, Kurt will reach the Farlands this year. In fact, if the Flobathon this year goes as long as last year, he's gonna hit it by the summer. Like late summer, I think. The freezer part works, but not the fridge. I'm not familiar enough with appliances to know what the problem would be. You want to defrost it? Do you not have any of the storage space? Because if it's not working, if the fridge part, I should say, is not working, why not move it somewhere else? Okay, I think once we finish the next couple of stacks, I need to put an end to this because I'm getting really low on space. We're getting real low on durability now. Alright, Giant Ice Spike, I'm gonna leave you alone. I learned my lesson from the first one. I say that now, then watch sometime in another future part, I end up going after Ice Spikes again. $256, that's a fun number. Alright, let's finish this spike and then that'll be it. We'll start preparing to head back. I'll need to work on the slabs after I get the ice in place, because I've learned just how nice it is not needing to deal with ghasts and pigmen when they spawn on ice. Oh, sorry, Squid. Hold on, can I save you? I did for now. He's barely... There he goes. The reason why Kurt streams so late in the day is because I'm pretty sure he's also from California. And so he streams after standard work times, which is afternoon over here. Afternoon over here means if you're across the pond, it's the wee hours of the morning. And so his stream times are really only convenient for Americans, unless you want to stay up super late. Make gold act like Silk Touch? Man, now you're talking Indev Plus. Oh well. That wasn't the thinking way back then. Nothing will ever be convenient for everyone. That is an ideology that expands beyond just uploading videos and stuff. I cannot stay up to 2 a.m. on a regular basis. I need proper sleep to ensure my brain functions properly. Also why I eat a lot. it requires a lot of energy. America's a big audience. I see, I see. I know I barely stay up past 10. Proper sleep. I need proper sleep to go well. Whee! Oh wait, no, hold on. I don't think I can get on this next ice. Some people need less sleep than others, I've learned. America being a big audience still makes sense. Where are the oars? What are you talking about? Boats used to not have oars. I'm surprised you didn't see earlier. They haven't had oars all stream long. In fact, I think I took them out Thursday. Thursday or Friday. They've been missing. Maybe even Wednesday, but I can't remember. Point being, they haven't had oars for a while now. Since 1.14, I should say. Earlier in the pre-releases. I didn't take them out, I just set the parts of that texture to invisible. They're still there, you just can't see them. Oars were added for Java 1.9 Pocket Edition 0.11. That's when the two-seater boats were implemented. My hands always disappear when rowing in 1.9 and later. There's the mushy island. I can't stop that. It just zoop. It's because I'm supposed to be rowing, but you don't see the oars, so the hand just hides. With how much people absolutely adore the furnace minecart, I'm pretty sure we are unlikely to ever get the furnace boat. I feel like a self-propelled boat would be a little inconvenient. I feel like it would get stuck in a corner, and then that would be that. Speedboats would be rather fun, though. Maybe... Yeah, I think we'll just start. Oh, wait, hold on. No, because I still don't have a proper pathway here in the nether. At least I don't think. Let me verify real fast. The furnace boat would be funny if it was super fast. But then, like, would it be even faster on ice? Can you imagine traveling at ice speeds in regular water and then proceeding to have that be multiplied when traveling over ice? Java, I want to say, only needed the shovels for a couple of snapshots back when they were first working on the new boats. And then after that, it was gone. Yeah, I don't think I have a... One of these days, I'll need to make a proper pathway through the nether, since that'll be much nicer than traveling through the overworld. But otherwise, I think we're just gonna have to travel. Travel across the ocean, just like we were doing Friday. Friday's stream, I did the same thing. Excuse me, what is this? This is not the portal I went through. Buddy, what is this? Hold on, I need to figure out how to get out of here. Oops, I'm still using Soak Touch. Alright, hold on, now I gotta find my way out of here. There's a ravine, so this will at least speed up the process. You think that's what you keep hearing? Never know. Whoop. Okay, how low am I? 27. I'm underneath a deep ocean. Okay, if this ends up being flooded, oh well. Well, this is a rather inconvenient... Whoop. What was I saying about the ocean? This is a rather inconvenient place to be. Oh, that was all the cobblestone I had. Uh-oh. Ow. Yeah, why am I way over here? What went wrong? How did this happen? I'm kind of tempted to use some of the eyes to build the pillar up. Or, you know, here. How many blocks do I need? Oops, I didn't need the pie chart. About 25 blocks or so. I'm gonna build this pillar up. That way, me in the future will see it. Let's just get some stone real fast. Oop! I didn't think that was one block. I feel like a lot of places had experienced fires over the past several years. Past few years, I should say. State of emergency must have been pretty bad. Boop. Alright, so, here's what we're gonna do. And I believe I already put down the whatchamacallit, so we should be all good. Wait, hold on. Can I not see my armor in the boat? Oh, there it is. The icons weren't popping up. I thought, don't tell me something went wrong. Alright, we're good. I feel like a lot of people do things that they probably shouldn't be doing, but because they're not enforced. Man, I feel like I started the stream just like this. I started with, trying to get back to that swamp portal. Now here we are, trying to get back to the swamp portal yet again. Boy. The end is never the end. So says the Stanley Parable. I don't know when, but one of these days I'll go back and rewatch it. Or sorry, replay it. It's not a show. I feel it. Feel a nose itch. Don't tell me this is a precursor to sneezing. After all the bathroom remodeling, there's a whole bunch of dust and stuff. Oh boy. Yeah, I didn't realize just how much dust cutting up drywall would make, but I have since learned. We're gonna try to avoid this island. Whoop! Trying to take the most efficient route, and that one ended up being in the way. Yeah, 3,000 blocks on the z-axis, and about 1,000 on x. Yeah, I remember your bathroom window got remodeled during the storm. Free labor, I told you. Was it just the window? Because I don't remember you saying how much changed. It was just the window. That wasn't too much then. Cosmetic damage to the toilet flush button. Do you have a button and not a lever to flush the toilet? I do not like those. I do not like buttons. I need my physical handle, not a click. It just doesn't feel like it's reactive enough. I do have a lever, not a button. The old classic style, where you press it downward. Buttons are everywhere in Europe. I'll need to remember that. I don't know when I'll be in Europe next. It's probably gonna be a while. But yeah, I'll need to remember. You say levers are more common there, where you're at, yet you have a button. Oh, you're talking about as the stream is progressing, that's what you keep hearing. I thought it's like oh yeah, within the past couple weeks or so, I hear this. And then I guess if you ever did stay, I didn't realize you were referring to in this moment, this is what's happening. Dolphins don't make boats faster, right? It's only it's only swimming. The reason why I asked that is because I remember, I think it was the penguins. Penguins were supposed to make boats faster, and then the penguin lost, and we got armadillos instead. Look at all those air pockets. Nope, I saw that. I don't know if anyone noticed the Zella Moon have a little stutter there. Internal server latency, of course. Just swimming, I see. Zoop. Alright, we're kind of close, relatively. At least once we get back there, we'll still have plenty of time. And good news is, it'll be daytime once we get back to the portal. I was kind of hoping that would be the case, but I never really timed how long it took going from the Mushroom Island over to the swamp portal. I will say though, we are indeed almost there, and at least these boats are faster compared to they were before. I can't remember if the speed changed in 1.9 or if the speed changed earlier in release. But I was playing, can't remember what version, old version, and I was using boats on there, and I was reminded of how slow it was. How slow boats used to be. I think we should start seeing it soon. I want to say that's the last island. Yep, there we go, there's the forest. So yeah, a little more to the left. And then we'll be there. Hooray! With all this traveling to and from these areas, though, I'll need to come up with a better system than just taking a boat across the ocean. I do not consider this to be a very efficient path. I can't even remember when I ended up with the double portal. It looks kind of cool, though. I think it happened in 1.8. And so it generated the second one because the bottom one was not valid anymore. Yeah, I don't know why the Mushroom Island portal plopped me down below. Because it used to work. Oh well. Alright, anything to toss? Nope. And good thing is, since we're still way out here, I'll get to place down the ice directly. Hello, little hand. I see you stuck down there. Let's ignore. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whew. That could have been bad. I should totally not have this tiny little bridge staircase thing. This tiny little netherrack staircase be made out of netherrack. But I don't really know what to do with it for now. Ghasts can totally destroy netherrack. Netherrack is such a soft material. If I build it out of cobblestone, they cannot destroy cobblestone. They can also destroy stone, though, because stone is ever so slightly softer than cobblestone. Whee! Come on. Come on, boat. There we go. You did not know that? Ghasts have always been able to destroy cobblestone, ghasts have always been able to destroy netherrack because it's a soft material. And cobblestone has always been ever so slightly of a harder material than stone. I can't remember when I first learned it, but someone was comparing the mine speeds for the two, and then that's when I learned. Alright, time to switch back to Soak Touch. I think the wiki has the specific values on there. I wonder if I should do one then the other. I wonder if going back and forth is slower. Nah, I think I'll keep going back and forth because this way I can just tackle it all in one sitting. We'll also need to be on the lookout for wherever the next missing block is, because I have one packed ice that I talked about earlier, and I don't know where it is. Oop. I would go back and pick up the ice I misclicked later. However, if I'm zooming down a boat, I'm not going to be thinking about that. I'd rather tackle it all now. And we'll see what other future projects all this packed ice will go to. And I think I realized, I remembered where my packed ice went and why I don't have a lot right now. I totally forgot I built an ice castle. It's a rather lame ice castle, I will say. But it's still an ice castle. Oh, but all of that was wrong. Maybe this is faster. No, I feel it's more accident prone. The ice speed variation causes inconsistent behavior. How much farther do we have? About 3,500. I don't think anyone would ever say 350 like that. But That's the phrase I chose. But the question is it incorrect? 50 is half of 100. I wonder if there's a reason why the MCR files never got deleted. Is there a reason why? I know the alpha format gets cleaned, so I don't know why the MCR files are never... It may not be vanilla, but it definitely saves you on space. Kind of like all those, the zone files from InfDev 624. Once you generate some of those, there's no way to get rid of them either. You know you have a very old world when it still has zone files inside of the data folder. I will say, I am slightly glad that the MCR files don't get deleted, because it means that's an instant backup of the world. So say you never make a copy of the world from InfDev all the way until modern release, you will have an entire copy of the world as it was at the end of 1.1. Because you can copy all those MCR files and level.dat underscore MCR or something like that, and you will have the original level.dat as well. And poof! Old copy of the world, just like that. Freshly available in 1.1. Alright, we're almost there. A server that had a world with zone folders in zone files. InfDev 624. When did Minecraft have multiplayer? Survival multiplayer? Alpha 1.0.10, if you want to consider all the private testing. Ignoring Notch's tests with easy, because technically that would have been like Alpha 1.0.5 or 4 or something like that. Don't know how he did multiplayer testing then, but anyways, this new save format for the zones existed before multiplayer. So unless it was a single player world converted to multiplayer, the zone files will not still be there. Alpha files are not kept when updating to region, MC region. That one makes sense because if you have a big world, you could be looking at hundreds of thousands of files. Hundreds of thousands of chunk files. I totally understand them deleting all of those. Usually, they're only in the tens of thousands. Unless it's really small, then it's only in the thousands. The alpha format definitely gets wiped when upgrading into MC region. Okay, so then if he did indeed use single player and later, then yes. There could still be the zone files if he never cleaned it. Alright, I think now we're done. I'll just need to come back here with a bunch of slabs. Yeah, that did not take up nearly as much pack dice as I would have anticipated. So let's go try to find where that missing thingy is. Because I have one packed ice that needs to be fixed. I just don't know where it is. I guess that's a way to think about it. All the optimized, or I should say, when you either optimize or upgrade the world of 1.13, all the Anvil files, all the data within. Hello. Come on, this isn't Bedrock. Ow. And just like that, there goes the boat. Alright. Thankfully, I'm right behind where the packed ice is. Alright, I'm starting to not like 1.14 anymore. Alright, well, I guess we're walking back. Oh wait, hold on. I have plan B. Hold on, I gotta go find it. I don't think it's too far. We have to travel about 5,600 blocks. The ship of Thesis. Is it still the same world if everything is replaced? Alright. Once again, you're bringing in philosophy. It makes sense, though. Oh my gosh, this feels so slow. I kind of missed the boat. Oh, you know, if I could find another outpost, I'm gonna craft a new boat. I don't want to take the minecart back. Yeah, I didn't realize. Turns out, I already have almost 12 gigabytes allocated just from all this traveling I've done. I only allocated 16 maximum, but we're at 11.9. Alright, hopefully I'm not too far from the next outpost, but I don't remember where it is. I don't even know how many outposts I've passed so far. Oh, server lag. Oh, in fact, here, I'm going to press the button. Oh yeah, look at that. That was a big spike. 2013 milliseconds. That was a 2-second pause there in the server. What do you mean by obsidian breaks? What is the obsidian brick that you were referring to? Pretty sure bricks used to have different whatchamacallits attached to them. Different data values, but I can't remember. Oh, obsidian drops cobblestone. I feel like that's just a drop change, though. Why is this such a massively long mindset? How do you come up with something like this? It is utterly ridiculous. It's just one very long chain of events that makes obsidian turn into bricks. There is no practical purpose because by that point, clay is already readily available. That's not even normal gameplay. That's just a long line of different mechanics over the years coming together. Man, how long is this next outpost? Did I really just pass one? I was closer, I should have gone backward instead of forward. At this point, I just want to go back to the overworld, get a crafting table. Whatever outpost I pop up at, I'll have... whatever outpost I pop up at, I will have the crafting table and wood. I feel like beta 1.72, 1.17 is a terrible idea. Unless you use something like Chunker. Oh, oh wait, never mind, you've been here already. I don't carry a crafting table because that's just another inventory slot. It kind of makes sense that 1.18 removed the old data fixer-upper stuff. It may be the most useful block in the game, but you see how much I currently have pre-allocated? We'll ignore the pack dice, since that's not a requirement. Slime ball, 2 pickaxes, short axe shovel, food, torches. I usually have 4 stacks, but I'm not there yet. Shears, flint and steel, bed, and food. What version changed potions? Is that 1.13? Because I feel like I remember hearing about the potion problems. The slime ball is more important because of the amount of slimes I have popping up at the bowl. I gotta be prepared that whatever slime balls I pick up already have a slot pre-allocated. Oh, hold up. We made it to the next outpost. Like, let me just huzzah real fast, because this will be easier than dealing with the other stuff. So let me just cross the bridge. I really should make a proper bridge out of this, have the minecart go up and over, but I don't know when I'll do that. Flip the switch, press the button. Oops. Okay, so it looks like I made it all the way to the beta 1.2 outpost. So I'm already a third of the way left to go. Well, it's not a third of the way anymore, because now that I've gone all the way up to 8,000, we're at 2,800. I think slime blocks are useful. Slime blocks are useful for redstone because it allows you to transfer more blocks by pistons other than just singular. Can't say I use them much, but they're useful. And sticky pistons are also great. And what else do we use them for? Leads. Leads are good. I don't know how many leads I craft, but people like leads since people are fond of animals. Oh, sun's coming up. I didn't realize it was already daytime. Yeah, we need to find a tree real fast. Choppy, choppy tree. Oh, here, I'll chop down a tiny tree. I wonder how much of these small details are already listed on the timeline of Doom that talks about upgrade paths. One day, perhaps slime balls will have another use. I don't know when, but perhaps one day, other than condensing them into slime blocks. Even if you don't use the slime blocks for redstone, at least condensing them into the blocks saves a lot of space. But we got 5 minutes left. See if we can make it home. Huzzah! Alright, I'm all set. Oh wait, hold up. Back to the portal. And now, I'm also back on the up and up with my health. Yeah, chunk loading across far distances is definitely slow. Much slower than before, I remember this problem. This should be all fixed in 1.15. Alright. Ah, there you go. Much nicer. As long as we don't have any more chunk loading problems. I was planning on putting down the slabs, but I don't think we're gonna have enough time for today. That was the monolith. I'm keeping an eye out because I don't know if I'm gonna encounter the problem again. Feel like that was just a one-time thing, just from all the traveling I've done. Yeah, the way Minecraft and its conversion, its upgrade system over time, there are not a lot of versions that are required to play to make sure things get upgraded properly. The reason why nothing will break is because nothing really changed other than the save format in 2011. It was 1.3, beta 1.3. Oh, we're doing this again? What are we at? OBS says about 2 minutes. Yeah. Alright, we made it back. Hooray. And huzzah, back home we will go. I'll probably at least grab all the slabs, but we will not start working because we do not have the time for today. That's alright. I'll go with something to do first thing tomorrow. And as I look around, I'm pretty sure my iron golem population continues to decrease. I feel like I should have a lot more around here. So they're either getting stuck like that guy, or the slimes really do keep taking them out. Oh, I also need to update the map. If I remember, I'll do that on my own time. We'll see though. I have game development stuff to do. I've got more music to work on. This is a really slow process. Making music in the way that it's going to be for my triangle game is really slow. But it is exactly how I want the system to function. Oh well, it'll be worth it when it's done. Probably. As long as the music sounds good, that's the important part. And I'll also need to clean this out since this is a, oopsies. This is a dedicated cobblestone thingy. Cobblestone shulker box. Alright, we have indeed passed the 2-hour mark, so if y'all have any final thoughts, start saying them now. We'll be back again later, because I still haven't not yet caught up. I haven't yet caught up on streams, and so we're gonna have one extra stream today, and so that way we'll be all caught up with where we are supposed to be. And yep, that's indeed all it for this time. Thank you all for watching. Bye.